In my previous video, I introduced you to Shogi using this set here. This is my abstract symbolic set, and it shares an important characteristic with the Staunton set, which is that the pieces are easily recognizable. You can quickly look at the board and tell exactly what the pieces are. However, the Staunton set does have one advantage over this set, especially for this purpose of teaching Shogi to people who play chess, and that is that the Staunton set is easily recognizable by you already, whereas this set is new and it's something more for you to learn. So it may help to be able to use the Staunton set or Shogi pieces that make use of Staunton images to play Shogi with and to learn the rules of Shogi. Here I am with a Staunton set for the game of chess. The Staunton set is the most popular set of chess pieces used for this game, and there is good reason for that. All of the pieces in the Staunton set are clearly distinct from one another, and it is very easy to tell these pieces apart from each other. We have the king here. It's the tallest piece, and it has a cross on the top. The queen, slightly shorter than the king, has a different looking crown, and it has a little bulb in the center. The bishops have these slotted meters. The knight is a horse head. The rook is a tower. And the pawns each have a sphere on the top. These differences between the pieces make it easy to tell them apart, and it makes it very easy to use this set for playing chess, because you can look at the board and you can quickly know what's where, because the pieces are so easy to recognize. Although there are other sets that are also very easy to recognize, the Staunton set has the additional advantage of being the one that most people know and are most familiar with. Therefore, it would be good to use Staunton pieces with Shogi if we can. Here I am with the Renaissance set for chess. This is a very nice looking set. It's all sculptured people except for the towers. Here we have here we have pawns as soldiers, as foot soldiers. The rook is a pointed tower. The knight is a knight riding a horse. The bishop is wearing a robe and carrying a cross. The queen is a woman. Look behind, she has a ponytail. And here we have a bearded king. Now, although this is a very nice looking set, it does not work for me as well as the Staunton set does for chess. When I look at the Renaissance set, I can tell what the pieces are, but it takes my brain longer to recognize the pieces. I sometimes particularly have a problem looking at my own pieces from behind. Like the king and the bishop both have similar hair, and they differ mainly in height and in the fact that the king has a crown. You'll also notice that the crowns of the king and the queen are not too different from each other. The differences do not stand out as much as they do in the Staunton set. So, it is best to use a set that is optimized for recognizing the different pieces quickly, and the Staunton set is better optimized for that than the Renaissance set is. And this is one additional reason why it would be good to use the Staunton set for Shogi if we are able to. Here is Shogi set up with figurine pieces, mostly in the Staunton style, which will be immediately more recognizable by people who already know how to play chess and normally use the Staunton set to play it. We have here the king, a rook, a bishop, a row of pawns, knights, and the new pieces come from Omega Chess. I'm using an Omega Chess set here, except for the queens, which come from Gothic Chess, because Omega Chess has only one queen per side and I need two per side. And my Gothic chess pieces match the color of these pieces better than my chess pieces do. So for the Omega Chess pieces, for these three extra pieces, the one that most immediate was the most obvious choice was to use the wizard for the silver general, because the wizard has a crescent moon on the top, and that is the alchemical symbol for silver. I also noticed that the queen, here you might take a look here, is circular at the top with a dot in the center, and a circle with a dot in the center is the symbol for gold. So it makes sense to use queens for the gold generals. And finally, that left the champions for the lances. And the champion here is wearing a helmet, and that's suitable for a lance because someone who goes jousting with lances would suit up in a suit of armor first. However, although this set is immediately more recognizable to chess players and would make the game easier to learn, it's less practical to play with this than to play with the double-sided wedge-shaped pieces normally used for shogi. And this is because when you capture a piece, you have to switch the piece you've captured with another piece of the same color. For example, I take this piece, I have a black bishop now, but here I can exchange it for a white bishop. Well, I can show you that example, but I can't show you an example with the silver general or the lance because I have only one Omega Chess set. So I would need two sets of Omega Chess for this to work out. Also, there's no easy way to handle promotions with these pieces. You can't replace the piece with another piece. What I recommend doing if you want to play shogi with figurine pieces is to place a checker or a poker chip underneath the piece.
The set shown here uses Staunton-style images for the pieces corresponding to chess pieces, and it uses images derived from my symbolic set for the remaining images. This helps give it the familiarity of the Staunton set and the ease of recognition shared by both the Staunton set and my own symbolic set for shogi. By using wedge-shaped pieces whose side is determined by the direction they point, it reminds us that shogi is normally played with such pieces. These qualities make it an excellent set for teaching shogi to chess players, and they also make this an excellent choice for an international set of shogi pieces. In the subsequent videos of this series, I will be using this set to explain the rules of shogi. Be sure to watch the next video in which I will explain how pieces move and promote.